I'm Blair. Welcome to A Geezer's Perspective. Hastily prepared thoughts on how one old guy, is surviving. I've been living alone for nearly a decade in the home I moved into when my wife died. When we were first married, I fancied myself as a bit of a handyman. I'd worked summers for a roofing company, so I had some skills at the professional level, such as soldering, and was fearless on ladders. Fearless but not stupid. One day, in the blazing sun of central Illinois in August, a crew of us was laying down a built-up, tar and gravel, roof on a 3-story building when the tenants showed up to do some gutter repairs. But they had failed to bring a ladder tall enough to reach the major gutter intersection that needed the work. And it was about 5 feet below the roof. But rather than go back to the shop, they proposed hanging me upside down by my ankles and then pass down a blazing hot iron and a bar of solder. You got it. They wanted me to make the repairs soldering upside down from the edge of a 3-story building. I refused mainly because it was an insane idea. But also after 6 months of trying, I had a first date scheduled with Judy that night. Wanted to live at least that long. My new home had a first-class workbench in the basement. So in the move, I brought along a ton of tools, not realizing that I would never use that bench, not even once. All the tools I now need are in a drawer in the kitchen, and they're not for household repairs. They're for surviving in the kitchen, preparing for what passes for meals in my world. The most valuable? Pliers. Several different types, needle nose, regular, vice grips, for jars and bottles of all sizes. A couple of screwdrivers, a very small one to pry open the opener tab on cans without breaking your fingernails. As a side observation, just how hygienic is it that when those tabs are folded back, they go into the can. All the dirt and germs carefully sealed away from the contents are now nicely folded into your first sip. Not exactly a tool, but included in the drawer and vital is a magnifying glass. With a bright light and magnification, I can read most instructions despite the minuscule font size, but not all. The people who design labels are all about optics and aesthetics. Whether they can be read or understood doesn't seem to be a high priority. Otherwise, why would they use light yellow lettering on pale green background? What's wrong with black print on white background? If it was good enough for Gutenberg, it should be okay for a can of peas. I'll end with a reminder of Blair's world-famous first law of product design. And that is that the people who design the product or develop the process should never be involved in writing the instructions. They don't need instructions. They took a refrigerator apart and rebuilt it when they were 10. They assume everybody can do that. Well, that's not true. All of my friends leave their car clock on daylight saving time all year long because they can't remember how to change it. Have someone who failed high school chemistry and physics figure out how to use it and write the instructions. I'm amazed how often producers of children's toys have to recall products because they're potentially harmful to the kids they're making them for. This is an easy solution. Just get a half a dozen moms together. Give them the toy. They'll spot any potential dangers in 20 minutes. Things that would never occur to those that designed them. Living alone as an old man has taught me that survival isn't always about grand gestures, chainsaws, and 24-foot ladders. More often it's the quiet, small adaptations, the right tool to open a jar or a packet of soda crackers. Life changes in unexpected ways, but having the right tool for the right job has always been key. It just never occurred to me that the workbench of my younger days would have given way to the kitchen drawer of today.